See if this works. And it's working. Well, I don't monetize anything anyways, so. Alright, so we're really quickly we're just going to introduce you guys' characters. Oh, James just went black. And then Guy is muted. Oh, okay. Alright, so we'll start with Guy. This is Guy's figurine. Uh, say a little bit about your character, Guy. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. And all right, and James, I can't see James, but this is James's character. He's a deep gnome. Go ahead, talk about your character, James. Oh no, already? Dang. Okay. All right, Frank, talk about your character. Go ahead. All right. So, oh, James isn't here. I'm gonna restart the party. That sucks. Let me restart the party and then get everybody back in here again because I think James got disconnected. Oh no, I did the wrong one. Let's do this again. That's the problem with Discord. This sucks. Yeah, we're just waiting to fix this. Kind of sucks. All right, so go ahead, Frank. You were saying about Cliff. All right, and then this is Chris's character. All right, go ahead. Talk about your character a bit. All right. Yeah. I hope Guy could come back. He's probably going to be busy. Yeah, yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. I hope he can. It's understandable though. All right, that's you, James. You're the red screen. So where we left off was in the worst. He's attending his wife. So, so we're in the Whorlstone tunnels in Gracklstaugh, and you guys are chasing Droki, the Darrow, with the funny hat and raggedy clothes that looks fancy. And there, um, Frank, just to recap, you guys were assigned tasks to find evidence for Lolo's investigation for the murder of Bapito, and you guys already did find that. You found Bapito's lair, got his notebook, his journal, and inside of that lair, you also met a ghost named Pelik that requested to find his hand and bury it inside of Blingdenstone. We lost James. And then along the way, you guys ran into other the dwarves that were making poisons, and you found a shiny black rock and a note. The note was talking about uh, uh, what's his name? Gorglak, the dwarger that was at the docks that threatened to arrest you guys when you guys were coming into the city. And the note was saying that he basically didn't need any poison anymore. That he was going to take care of some business himself, and asked for an elvish sword as payment for the Darrow's failure, or the not the Darrow, the Dwarger's failure. So you guys found that as evidence to bring to the Stone Guard for corruption, and then while still looking for Droki, you guys almost had him. You guys were inside of a fountain where a water weird creature was controlling the water, and it was not normal. Because from your first encounter with the water weird, it did not control water. This one did control water. So there's something about that with that you guys don't understand, but it's another source of corruption that you could bring towards the Stone Guard. Okay, good. Okay, well, yeah, better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, so you guys ran into the water weird that was controlling water, and at the same time you were following Droki, and he was in your grasp. Ms. Lindra cast web to stop him from escaping, but he snuck through the web and escaped. So you guys just finished off the water weird. You guys saw that um, excuse me, Despot Ballista. He's the dwarger that's with you guys. He's part machine, part dwarf, and he you guys learned that he's got these torch weapons that shoot like a stream of fire. Yeah. So he used it twice in the water weird, and so you don't know what else he's capable of doing, but you're learning more about him. I'm sure that you guys are paying attention to what he can do, just for your own knowledge. And then your spider, guy, your spider is yeah, it's medium. Your spider is medium sized right now. Uh, Because when you guys came out, you were riding. When you guys came out of the tiny rat holes, you guys gave it some mushrooms, and you were riding it out, right? Like riding on it like a mount. Okay, so the spider is medium size, and uh, you ran into the two myconids, Rumpadump and Stool, and those guys are small and inside of somebody's backpack. Whose backpack were they in? James's backpack. Okay. Oh yeah. So just a backpack. Yeah, they're just staying small, like little dolls. Yeah, and yeah, Frank. When you guys were in the tunnels, after since you missed last week, you guys ran into a bunch of mechanids that were dancing and they were acting pretty funny. So what they were talking about was giving you guys the gift of the lady, and everybody refused the gift of the lady, and they transported somehow through mushrooms. They used mushrooms as some sort of teleport beacon. So what? Yeah, yeah. Sereth the Drow that you guys escaped the prison with, he went with the Myconids, and as he was teleporting out, he had like a facial expression of like um, terror and fear, but he went willingly. But then as he was teleporting out, he had this expression of terror and fear, and then it just went to a blank expression, like he went mindless or something, and he teleported out with the other mushrooms. So, so you guys stayed in the Whorlstone tunnels, and Rumpadump and Stool stayed with you guys, but they're not fighting as combatants right now. They're staying hidden in your backpack just in case they're needed and for their own safety. So in these, you guys are soaking wet right now from fighting the water weird. You guys just finished that encounter, and Eldith is with you guys too, the Cliff's sister, the dwarf fighter. So the next step is to continue going along the path on the upper ridge of the where the pond is, and follow Droki. Okay. All right. So as you kind of circle the wall, going to the cavern that Droki was following, it's a normal-sized cavern, roughly 10 feet wide, and it's pretty long. As you're going across it, you're finding that you're following his footsteps, but he's out of sight. You don't hear him. As you guys keep going, it after about 400 feet traveling down this tunnel, pretty much you guys were like single file. Even though it's like some parts were like 10 feet wide, other parts were 5 feet wide. You were mostly single file, and the cavern branches off into two other pathways, and the footsteps veer towards the left, but the cavern does get a little bit wider, just a little bit wider, um, as it goes straight. Okay. Okay. All right. So as at immediately at the bend of the left, there's a steel door right there, steel gate. Um, it's a large gate with iron bars, and is blocking the entrance. Are you trying to open it and it's locked? Yeah. No, it's on the inside. You're trying to break it? Oh, okay. So the door, it seems the gate is a few inches thick with iron bars going up and down, and uh you do see kind of like okay, yeah, inside the room you could kind of see inside the room. It's dimly lit, and but from the angle of the gate you just mostly see like one side of the wall and kind of straight ahead of you, but it's more open towards the left side of that door. But on the floor, you see some sort of weird path, like it's a distinct path that kind of curls towards the left, and it's got markings on there like uh some sort of weird design pattern for a walkway. Uh, to get into the door, are you going to try to open it, break it down? A couple inches. Okay. You're gonna you let the stool and rump it up through your out of your backpack, and they slip through the. You can't tell. You can't tell. Okay, so they run through. They don't run through. Like try to quietly go through the gate, and then they look around and they come back and they say, "Guys, there's pens in here. There's like bears inside these pens, and the ground has like a large swirly mark on the floor. Uh, and then there's a tent. There are some Darrow in here though. There's three Darrow. They're looking. It I'm sorry. There's two Darrow. Two Darrow, not three. There's two. Two Darrow. Um, you can. They're looking at the gate and it's got a lock on it. They said that they need a key. They probably need a key to open it. Okay. They walk through to your side. They go back in the bag. They climb in, hop in. Yeah, it's an actual spell, knock, and it opens one lock. Okay. So the Despot Ballista, he says, "What's the holdup? He's inside, right?" Darrow, two Darrow. Okay. 9. Okay, you see fingers trying to do his thing, and he's fumbling with the lock, but yeah, he can't get it. And then he's like, "Oh, I almost got it," but no, he's not getting it. Oh, actually, you just for the record, you guys do have inspiration points. Guy, James, and Chris, you all have inspiration points for last week. Is 23 what? Ooh, okay, 23. No. Uh, so the yeah, he does make a lot of noise, and then Ballista's like, "Let me try," and so he steps forward, kind of like shoving past you guys, and with his strength, yeah, he pounds on the gate, boom, and he actually hits it so hard that the gate just falls off the hinges and plummets to the ground. And when he runs in, well, you needed a 25 or higher strength check to break the door down, and you got 23, but not 25. All right, so when you go inside, yeah, the first thing you notice as you enter the room is a heavy, unpleasant musk in the air, coming from cages assembled from scrap iron on both sides of the chamber. A spiral path circles into the center of the room, marked off by small stone pylons. Two Darrows stand by a large cauldron in front of a tent near the cave's center. Both are talking while apparently ignoring each other. In the cages, three hulking brown bears appear to be resting. But when the gate went down, uh, the attention from the two Darrow uh, talking amongst themselves, like blankly talking to each other, they turn the attention to the side of the door, and then the bears start growling, and they run straight for the cages. You guys going to go enter? So you got cages on both sides of the chamber. It's probably around. So this cavern is about 70 feet wide. Veering towards the left is about 70 feet wide, but about 150 feet long. And on both sides, uh, you have your spiral pathway going from the door and reaching towards the center of the room, and it's literally like a coil with markings on the ground. There's stone pylons on both sides of that trail. The tent is on the right side, and just in front of the tent, there's three pens, and one bear is on that side. And on the opposite end of the room, there's four pens with two bears on that side. And each Darrow is going to where the two bears are on one side to open up those gates. Okay, so let's roll initiative. All right. Oh wow. Okay, so Chris got an 18. Who got an 18 also? James? Frank? What did Frank get? And Guy, what did you get? Okay. Who's got the higher dexterity between Ms. Lindra and Leonardo? Okay. So Leonardo's going to go first. And it's nice. And then Cliff. Uh, all right. So James, you're first. These guys are about let me see, how far are they from you guys? They're about 90 feet in the room, 90 feet away from you guys. Okay, and what does Fairy Fire do? And but what does it do though? Area of effect. Area of effect. Okay, let me see this. How big of an area does it do though? What's the area of effect? Okay, that's what I wanted to know. All right, so okay. $13 dex for the Darrow and the two bears. 10. So they fail. The two bears and the two Darrow, they fail. Okay. So they're highlighted, right? Okay, good. All right, and so that was James's turn, or Leonardo. Now it's and you moved up 30 feet, correct? Okay, Ms. Ms. Lindra, it's your turn. Oh. Okay. And Cliff, what are you doing? They're 90 feet away from you, so it's going to be like. But they're running towards the bear cages, so they're not looking at you. Mm-hmm. So you're doing a dash? The dash is 120 feet, I believe, right? So you can move. Oh, oh. Okay, so 60. Okay. All right. So Cliff dashes forward, and now it's the Darrow's turn. And they heard you say that you just want the Darrow. or they heard you say that you want Droki, and they uh they say Droki was in here. What do you want him for? And they stop at the gates, but they don't open them. And the bears are growling. Erd Black Skull. Okay, and they start bickering amongst each other, talking about you hear them mention that the master this, the master that, and then talking about displeasure. Um, but they don't acknowledge what you're talking about. They're still discussing it. And Fingers, what are you doing? Uh, so you're gonna fire? Uh, all right. So they are moving to open the latch. They discussed. They had a little discussion, and they want to free the bears and use them on you. Um, so go ahead. One of them is James. Okay, go ahead and attack. 15 hits. Do you hit the one that's closest to you or the second one? They're both at the Yeah, they're both at the cage. Okay. He broke out. I don't know what he said. Can somebody tell me what he said? 7? 8? Okay. 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 All right. So he gets shot in the side, and he shows he's in agony. He's like in excruciating pain, and he opens the gate to the. Oh, you're doing your second attack? Okay. 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 That hits. 8. Okay. So that one dies, and explain how he dies. Okay. So the Darrow, he opens the surviving Darrow. He sees that his friends just died, and he opens the bear cage, and he moves to the second bear cage where his friend just died, and opens that one in the same turn. That's his action. Hmm. No, it's one action. And then the bear on the opposite side of the room, after seeing that his trainer was killed, he gets angry and he breaks down the cage gate and he just bursts right through it. and as the bear cage starts opening, the bear starts coming out and growling, and so now there's 3 bears in there. And the Darrow, he's giving them commands as he's kind of like moving behind them, and he's using them as a shield in case you try to start attacking him. All right, so now it's Ballista's turn, and he starts running forward, and you hear his heavy metal feet making large clanking noises as he does a full sprint. And he's like, yeah, Ballista. Frank, in case you don't remember, he's part machine, part Duergar. And then Eldith, she sprints forward as well, and she's making her dwarvish war cry, and she has her hammer in her hand. Now it's Leonardo's turn. Light crossbow, and you're gonna hit bear 1 and 2, or the third bear from across the room. Uh, well, they're moving. They just walked out the cage, and one burst out the cage. The one that burst out the cage is obviously angry. You killed its master, and it ran out the cage, or it just broke the cage down. Who says you can't? Okay, you can't do that. What's the concentration spell? The magic stones? Okay. Mhm. Okay. So you pull out your sling and you're gonna hurl a magic stone. You basically infuse your magic stones in your hand. You whip out your sling and you launch it. You get which you have the 2 bears and the Darrow. The Darrow is behind cover, so it's gonna be harder to hit. But the bears are um, affected by your fiery fire, and but there's the third bear on the opposite side of the room that doesn't have it. So which one are you gonna attack? Okay, so we'll say bear number 1. Where's Ballista going? He's going towards the 2 bears. Oh shit. And 23 hits bear number 1. 9 points of damage. Okay. And do you move forward or stay where you're at? Because you're still 90 feet away from everybody. Okay. All right, and Miss Lindra, it's your turn. Uh, let me let me see real quick. Yeah, let me look it up real quick. Yeah, I guess it would be like half concealment. But let me look at what that is. 251 and 272. To determine whether the target has cover against an attack or other effect on the grid, choose a corner of the attacker's space or the port of origin from the area of effect. Trace an imaginary line. If one or of the two lines, the target is half cover. Oh, you looked it up already? Okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay. And go ahead and roll. Oh, okay, got it. Well, he only rolled a he only rolled a 7 anyways, so he failed. 6. All right, and yeah, he's screaming in agony, and he's also blinded by your light for a second, so he's got a stun. And I mean, that's not a normal effect, but he's what's it called? Got sunlight sensitivity. So does it count as sunlight sensitivity? Okay. Well, then all right, yeah. So we'll just say that he covers his eyes for a quick second and because he got blinded by it and he's burning and screaming, but then he regains his composure. But he does seem pretty wounded, um, with blisters growing on his arms and face. And now it's Cliff. It's your turn. You ran up 60 feet, so you're got to run up a little bit more, and you'll be in contact with the bear or two bears. And one of them is already injured. Well, there's the two that are in front of you or nearest you. One of them, bear number one, is injured already from Leonardo's crossbow, or was it? We have a crossbow, and then okay, and then the other bear on the opposite side of the room, it's about another 50 feet away still. It's on. All right, so go ahead and roll. I didn't hear what he said. 19 hits. Well, he has advantage on it also, so go ahead and roll again. 'Cause you could get a 20 and then possibly do your okay. All right, so roll your damage. It was battle axe. Is it one-handed or two-handed? Two-handed, right? Okay. So it's a D10, I believe. Yeah, you got to get a 20 for the necrotic axe to take effect. 6? That's with all your pluses? Alright. Alright, and can you do anything else, or is that it? Okay. So now it's the bear's turn. He's going to attack Cliff because he's right there. So on your turn. Is that a bonus action? I could do it at any time. Okay, so it's only when it gets hit, right? Okay, so what does it do again? And is there a distance for that? Because you're like 90 feet away. Okay, so it doesn't happen? Because you said you didn't move up. You're still 90 feet. You're basically at the entrance still. Well, but you didn't move. You said that you stayed where you were at. Yeah, remember I asked you if you were moving up? Yeah. Okay. All right, so Frank got hit by a 19. Does that hit you? Yeah. Okay, so but it affects for your crit, but not the weapon, because the weapon has to have a 20 for the necrotic effect on your weapon is on a 20 or higher. 20. That's when your necrotic effect on your weapon hits. But for your character, it's 19 is a crit, right? Yeah. So basically, then what was your damage on the bear? It was 6. Okay, so then go ahead and roll your double damage on that since it was a crit. Well, you rolled a 19 on it, a natural 19. Oh no, it has to be a natural 19. Okay, so then does a 19 hit you though, Frank? Frank, does a 19 hit you? Oh, I didn't hear. Okay, so he does. Polar bear does. It it does 8 points in damage with its bite, and then it claws at you, doing. Let me see if it hits you with the claws. 25 AC. That hits. 2d6 with the claw. And you get an additional 10 points of damage with the claws. So it bit you for 8, and then 10 points of damage with the claws. And then the second bear comes at you, and it runs up, and let's see what that one rolls. That one rolls 25. And the same thing, it does a bite, and it does 6 points of damage with the bite. And then the claws, it missed horribly, and basically uh, it kind of overshoots and rolls as it tries to claw at you, but it regains his ground. So he fumbled his attack. It was a critical miss. The Yeah, the first one hit for 6 points of damage. All right, now the Darrow that got that starts burning on fire. Let me see here. He shoots a light crossbow at Frank since well, actually no. He's not going to be able to tell where the fiery fire came from, right? No. Okay, so he's okay. So then yeah. All right. So what he's going to do then? He's going to shoot Cliff since Cliff is closest with the light crossbow, and does a 15 hit you? Okay. So right after the you got bit and clawed by one bear, and then the other bear came and ran at you and it bit you, but then when it tried to swipe at you with its claws, it flipped over kind of like a tumble, and then the crossbow just missed you. Now it's Finger's turn, but let me use the restroom real quick. I gotta use the bathroom. We're gonna stop it at Finger's turn real quick. Okay. All right. So now it's the other bear's turn. The third bear. Oh, sorry, I forgot about the third bear though. It's I forgot about the third bear. The third bear is running in the direction of uh who killed who killed the Darrow? Okay. He's running in your direction. But basically Ballista is between you and the bear. So it's Fingers' turn. Yeah, it's Fingers' turn. Go ahead. Yeah, the bear just ran forward. Go ahead. That one hits. Okay. They both hit. That's bear number 3. All right. Now, let me look at page 188. All right, so Ballista runs up to the third bear, so he kind of changes his course to go to the third bear that broke out the cage, and he's charging straight at him. But he already closed in with the dash on this first movement, so now he's in regular movement distance. So he runs up and he engages immediately. So his first attack, his first attack misses. He's trying to hit with two punches. Sec, his second punch, that one hits. Let me see here. It's D8. Somebody's mic is like really Oh, okay. James, is your beard hitting your mic? Oh, you got a fan on? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it sounds really loud. Alright. So Ballista missed his first punch, but his second punch hits him, and it does uh, 7 points of damage on the third bear. And then he's trying to stomp it with his foot, like kicking at it. He does 2 kicks. First one hits, and the second one misses. Yeah. And that one does another 8 points of damage. All right, and Eldith, she ran forward the first time, and she's making it up to the same bear that was attacking Cliff to help out her brother, and she missed. You mean the enemy, the opponents, or your party? Hey, James, can you move your fan? Cause it's really overblowing the. There we go. Yeah, that's much better. Much better. Okay. Yeah. So what did I just say? Eldith went to help out her brother, but he missed. And then Frank, you were saying if you go down, you go down. Like in. Well, this is your sister that we're talking about here. She's not going to let you go down. All right. So it's Leonardo's turn. Did you want to move up now, Leonardo? Because you were talking about. Well, how far can it move? Yeah, so in the dash, it'll do 80. Yeah, it'll make it up to Cliff. It'll make it up to Cliff. Do you want to be like beside him, behind him? How do you want to do it? Okay, behind Cliff. Okay. All right. So your still defender runs it runs all the way up there, just galloping, I guess. Whatever. Well, let me see. All right. So go ahead. That hits. 11. Okay. All right. Ms. Lindra, it's your turn. Yes. Two of the bears are near each other, like attacking Cliff, and then the other bear is about 40 feet away on the opposite side of the room, engaged by ballista. Well, he's got scars all over his face and neck, so he was already ugly to begin with. He was mutilated when you guys found him. Okay. Okay. So go ahead, roll your double damage. 2 dice. Okay. No. No, but it's incredibly bloody, and its fur is getting matted with blood, and it's screaming. That's the sword, or okay, okay. To hit, that hits. Okay. All right, and describe how he dies. Bear number one is dead. Okay, so it embeds into. Okay, and now it's Cliff's turn. You still have bear number two on you, and then there's the Darrow that's exposed because one of the bears is dead. Hammer time. All right. So he's got to roll his strength against you. It's a strength competition, right? Ooh. Okay, well he just rolled a natural 20, so it's 25. He just rolled a 20 straight up. Yeah. Yeah, he got 25. So you try to grapple onto him, and he basically like whips his head around, and you go flying just off to the side. And we'll say that huh? He what? Okay. Okay. But wait, what did he roll for the attack? Oh, okay. So seven hits, 7 hit points. All right. And now it's the Darrow's turn. He's going to reach forward and try to hook you with the hook end of a spear to knock you down. That's Cliff. Okay, what he would. Okay. All right. Well, he missed. He rolled a 3 and a 8, and then the bear is going to uh, even though he whipped around uh, Cliff to the side, he's attacking Eldith now, and he hits Eldith with see. So he bites Eldith, and Eldith takes 8 points of damage right there, and then now he's clawing Eldith with his second attack. Ooh, and that's 2d6. 3, 10. Yeah, Eldith just took a massive damage. She's hurt pretty bad. And the third bear is attacking Ballista. Let's go to page 188. Oh shit. He actually hurts Ballista. Or hits him, I should say. So, a bite first. Ballista takes 6. So he does a bite, and then the claw. The claw misses. And so the Darrow went, and the two bears went. Now it's Finger's turn. Okay, that hits. Okay, and describe how he dies. All right, there he goes. And when that happens, because he tried to hook Cliff, right after he did the hooking with the spear, the arrow goes in his throat, and he's like, and he just falls back. Yeah, with the sound of whispering winds. Uh, the, the bear has advantage on it. Yeah, you still get advantage on the bear. That hits. Okay. The one that's on ballista? Wait, if you're attacking the bear that the ballista is attacking, that one's not affected by the spell. The one that's it's okay. Well, so you don't want to attack the other bear? The one with the spell on it? Okay. All right. Got it. Yeah, that one missed. Okay. All right. Now it's ballista's turn. That one hits. Let's just see this. Okay, the two punches hit. Oh, let's go to one. And one of the kicks hit. So two punches. 2d8. Okay, so Ballista, he pounded the bear with both his fists, and he actually breaks the bear's neck when he pummeled it down with both his fists, and then he killed the bear when he did that. So the bear was like it got smashed down and it's dead. James, your food is affecting your mic. Is it hitting your mic? Yeah, you don't. Yeah, I guess when stuff touches your mic, it gets terrible. Your beard also. Okay. So Elda's turn. She got hurt and she's going to attack the bear. And she hits. She's using her warhammer. And she does 8 points of damage on the bear. Okay. Now it's Leonardo's turn. It's just the one bear remaining. Okay. Yeah, it's just the one bear remaining. That hits. Okay. Wow, that's a lot. All right, so your stone, it was a stone that you threw, right? The magic stone? All right, so when you slung it into him, it like smolders inside of its skin, like embeds itself inside of it. And now it's Ms. Lynch. Wait, do you want your steel defender to do anything? 13 to hit. That hits. 5 points of damage. Okay. And that was like a charging bite, or what was this? Okay. And now it's Ms. Lindra's turn. Correct. That hits. and describe how you kill the bear. All right. Okay. So there's a lot of blood everywhere now. There's a yeah, Ballista basically pounded his bear and ripped it up. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Okay. So if you're searching, you notice that there's the swirl on the floor, and whoever has Arcana, just do a quick Arcana. Okay. Roll Arcana. Live stream, yeah. Okay. So noticing the spiral path that you're standing on, James, it's you're realizing that it has to do with something for helping the cultists tame the bears. So that's what this spiral path is doing. And then when you guys are looking around, uh, you don't really find much inside of there. You do see some more uh, you do see that on the opposite path that you guys came from, past the bear pens, there is another corridor. But as you guys search the tent, you guys search the tent. All right, you find two flea-ridden bedrolls, like little fleas crawling all over it, and then you find a bucket made out of zirkwood, mushroom stalks, and you've there's 2 days worth of rations inside of there of edible mushrooms, and then there's a wineskin full of dark lake stout, which is common ale for Gracklstaugh. You don't want the bedrolls? Okay. All right. Where does a cape? All right. So there's nothing else of relevance inside of here that you guys can find. Um, but yeah, there is a tunnel. Go ahead. Yeah, there is a tunnel over there, but also near the tent there is a mushroom patch with those mushrooms that make you grow and shrink again. And you guys do see that there is another rat tunnel, and it looks like Droki's footprints lead inside of the mushroom patch where the rat tunnel is. Well, did you ever watch the cartoon Sword and Stone? When Merlin turned so small, he became a germ and got the other wizards sick. Yeah, he'll get you sick. Mad, Mad Madam Mim. When they had the wizards duel. Okay. Okay. So so going through this rat hole, everybody has to eat the mushrooms again. So they just They grab a. Do you eat the ones from the patch or what you gathered already previously? Okay. All right. So the stool and Ruppendump have to jump out of Leonardo's backpack before he eats them. So they jump out the backpack, and now you have the whole party being small, and your spider eats the mushroom too. So he eats just enough to shrink down to a certain size where you can still use it as a mount. But yeah, okay. So this rat hole, this this tunnel, uh, the narrow tunnel is lit by the same dim ambient light found throughout this complex. Ahead of you, you hear high-pitched cackling of several creatures. You've probably gone around. Let me see. You've probably gone around 40 feet, and then the 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 pathway splits off into a Y. You could go left or right, but Droki's prints veer to the right, and that's where you hear these little voices coming from. Okay, we'll wait for Chris to come back. Take a quick 5 minute break, I guess, until Chris comes back. All right. Learning the what? Oh, learning the woo. All right. Well, if you after this, Frank, I have some really good plans for you. Once all this is done right here. Actually, I got good plans for everybody. I hope you like it. Well, we'll see what happens. All right. We'll see what happens. All right. All right, Chris. What we were saying was, as you guys come up to further down the path, about 40 feet, it splits off to a Y, and Droki's feet footprints go towards the left and not the right. But on the left, where Droki's feet are, you hear little, like a little squabbling of creatures that are talking to each other and bickering. Yeah, to the left. And uh, and what you see are four little gremlin things. They're called quasits. See if I can show them. I don't know if I can see. And they're you see like one of them kind of like dashing towards another and jumping on him, kind of like tussling him. And the one that just got tussled kind of rolled over and threw him off of him, and they're bickering. And they're saying things like, "When the master comes, I'm going to be the strong one. I'm going to be the most powerful." And he's like, "No, you're not." And he jumps right back on him, trying to like wrestle him down to the ground again. And the other two are cheering him on, like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." Yeah, they're your sizes right now. Yeah, they're your sizes right now. Theoretically, what? You're gonna jump in? Okay. So go ahead. You're rushing forward. Go ahead. We'll roll. No. Okay. What are you doing? All right. And then they you get all their attention all at once, and the one is choking one on the ground, beating his head on the ground, and looks to the side as his head is being thrown on the ground, and then the guy that was choking him looks at you guys too. They're like pointing at you guys, like screaming, like bickering in a language. You guys speak Abyssal? Okay. So you hear them screaming and hollering something at you guys, and you don't know what it is. And one of them, uh, the one that's being choked, points at the Drider, Ms. Lindra, and roll a Wisdom saving throw. Scare. Yeah, Wisdom saving throw. Okay. So he points at you, muttering, and but you don't get scared, and so it did that, and now that was basically the start for initiative. Okay, go ahead. Okay. All right. Okay. Frank, what did you get? I can't hear Frank. That sucks. I can't hear him sometimes. And then James, what did you say you got? All right. So guys first. We'll wait for Guy. No, it's okay. All right. So they just tried to. One of them tried to use a scare ability on Ms. Lindra, the Drider, and failed. So fingers, you're first. And do you do anything else, or that's what you say? Okay. In response, he says, and in response, the one of them that's the one that's choking the dude, he says, "Oh, you want two heads too, huh?" Well, it's not your turn yet. It's Ms. Lindra's turn now. Or fingers, do you do anything? Okay. Ms. Lindra, what are you doing? Okay, so both of you guys are on hold. All right. Cliff, what are you doing? Okay, so they say, go ahead, guy. Okay. All right. So then, when you say that, Cliff, uh, the two that were wrestling each other, they look at each other and say, "Three heads? That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be amazing." They go, "I'll go tell the master." They, "No, I will tell the master." And then they start like flying off. Well, they wait. They so as they say that, that they're like competing to report to the master first, and they both change shape kind of where they wings sprout from their backs like bat wings, and they start flying off. And then there's still two that are with you guys, and so two of them are flying down. But you want to interrupt them? Go ahead. All right. So there's the other two that were watching the little scuffle. All right, so the two go flying off into the distance, further down the tunnel, and then the other two that were watching the wrestling, they're like, come, you got to see this. We do have a two-headed dog. You're gonna like seeing this. And they're walking towards you guys and motioning for you guys to come with them. So they start walking towards you and then having you follow. Uh, yeah, he went this way. Jokey, the funny hat guy. Yeah, he went this way. Oh, he could track anything. He's got two heads. He's got two heads, two noses. He could smell twice the smells. Okay. Okay. So as you getting magic stones ready? Okay. As you go through the tunnel, this little rat hole. Yeah. It emerges on the other side of the entrance or exit, I should say. It leads to another mushroom patch, and in here, the smell of brimstone and foul chemicals emanates from this large chamber. The light of campfires shows a natural platform where five Darrow are droning over a cacophonous chat. A two-headed dog stirs inside of a cage while another Darrow nearby plays with a crossbow and watches the dog nervously. A green glow rises suddenly from the magic circle at the center of the platform, where a small humanoid statue is the focus of the chanting ritual. As you watch, a lump sprouts from the statue's neck, enlarging and reshaping itself with each unholy verse to take the form of a second head. It's like a statue, a small humanoid statue, and it's the focus of the chanting ritual. And as you watch, a second head is coming out of its neck. You guys remember the giant that you guys ran into earlier? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're still small. Uh, they they were going to be, but then you guys volunteered to get an extra head, and Cliff volunteered to have three heads. One of the closets. Sure. All right. Well, no, he's doing that before you say that before he does that. Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and roll your attack. It's a sneak attack, right? Because he's. I mean, yeah, you get a bit. I'll give you advantage. I was gonna say, yeah, I'll give you advantage because it's like a surprise attack. Okay. Well, you do have your inspiration point. You want to? They have lousy AC, but the 10 does not hit. All right, so you try to do that, but he doesn't notice. Oh. Okay, you grab. I didn't hear that. You grab his head. So. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, then it's just a strength roll. I thought you were gonna do like an attack on it. So it's just a strength roll, and it's to beat his strength. Okay, yeah, he rolled a 10. So you grab his neck from behind. He doesn't realize what's going on. He's just like ah, and then you break it, and he's limp in your arms. He's dead. And you guys are still tiny. And huh? Okay. All right. So the all right. So let me let me go through this real quick. Yeah, the giant. Yeah, that's what you guys are thinking about. Okay. So this is what happens. You get their attention, and you interrupt the ritual that they were doing, and what looks like to be a fancier Darrow. Uh, he yells out for you see him facing towards the opposite end of the cavern because he's above the platform, like 5 feet above where you guys are at, on another platform where the ritual's happening. And he looks off toward the left and he says, "Grulamanga, go get them!" And then from like a small cavern on that side of the room, you see a two-headed beast that looks kind of orcish, and it's very big, overbloated. It's not overbloated, but pretty bloated. It kind of like goes from a sitting position to now standing, and it picks up a battle axe, and it's like a makeshift wooden battle axe and and a club. Where is this thing? Here we go. So this is what you see come out from the side, and it's eaten, and then from where the two-headed dog is at, it's death dog. The guy that was watching it with the crossbow opens up that cage, and the dog runs out. So you see, what's it called? Ballista and Eldith. They both eat mushrooms to grow big, and Stool grows big also. And then you guys eat mushrooms to grow big too. Okay. Let me just get this down here real quick. Darrow. A Darrow is kind of like a mutt version of a dwarger dwarf. They're like the rats of society. Smurf Neblin. Okay. All right. So let me give you an idea of what this room looks like. Uh, and you guys are where the number 15 is at. I think that's a 15 or 12. I'm sorry. You guys are basically at the spine of the book. Ah, okay. Oh, my back hurts. Real quick. So I'm gonna keep your guys' same initiative from when you first ran into the closets, unless you guys want to roll initiative again. Okay. Well, yeah, if you eat two mushrooms, then you grow big. So, like, one mushroom puts you at normal size, two mushrooms will make you twice the size. Okay, so let me write this down. Yeah, I'm just using the same initiative rolls that you guys had already. Oh, that's a. I bought the whole series on a DVD. Okay. Okay. All right. So fingers, you are first on this one. It's a large creature. It's not a giant. Wait, are you talking about the statue? Earlier, the other week. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because it still has the second head. You guys believe? All right. So, First is fingers. Oh wait. So when that Eaton comes up and picks up its weapons, it jumps off the platform, and then all you guys ate your mushrooms, and the death dog was released from the cage, and it's like snarling as soon as it jumps out, it's like ah, and looking at your direction. So fingers, it's your turn. What are you doing? You're big now. Um, actually, it can, but it's not doing that. It's not cooperating with you. Yeah, let me see how. Let's see how close these things are. Um, it's about 120 feet away, and the Eaton, when it jumped off the platform, it's about 80 feet away. And the Darrow that on top of the platform, they're about 60 feet away from you guys. So the Darrow that's with the Death Dog is about 120 feet away. Something like that. All right, so you're gonna move forward and shoot. Okay. So as you get to the edge of the fungal patch, um, you get into a clearing and go ahead and roll to shoot. Okay. 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 it's it snarls at you. It's got advantage against things like that. So if it was charmed or whatever, it would have advantage against it. Yeah. Okay. And now it's Miss Lindra's turn. Oh, the dog. Yeah, guy moved up and shot. So the dog was about 120 feet away. The two-headed Etten is about 80 feet away, and the Darrow that are doing the performance, the ritual, they're about 50 feet away. But there is one Darrow with with the death dog, the one that was watching over its cage that let it out with the crossbow. That's near 120. That's near the dog, about 120 feet away. Okay. Okay. So we'll call it Darrow number 1. 17 hits. Okay. All right. Anything else you want to do? Move forward or anything? Okay. Okay. All right. It's Grullamunga's turn, the two-headed beast, and she runs forward, and she only moves up 40 feet. So she's still 40 feet away from you guys. She's like halfway between you and like this bed. You see like a bedding area with a campfire, small campfire. Uh, she's like between you and that. And then Narek, the fancier looking Darrow, he orders the other Darrow at the ritual. He goes, uh, capture them or kill them. I'm going to continue with the ritual. So he's still doing his chant, and then the other Darrow, they run off the edge of the platform, jumping off, and they have their hook spears, and they're posed ready to attack. Um, but they're still about 40 feet away from you guys. Cliff, it's your turn. Well, the closest enemy is 40 feet from you guys, like the four Darrow that jumped off the platform. You guys are the closest of your group to them is what's it called? Fingers. So if anything, it looks like okay. You'll hold action. All right, Leonardo. There's one. All right, there's one Darrow. You're attacking him. Okay. Let me see here. 15 hits. Okay. All right. So your magic stone goes through like the where the ritual area is at. It's got like a flash of light going, kind of like rippling up, and your magic stone goes through that ripple and hits Narek, and he grunts in pain. All right. Now it's Stool. It's his turn. He runs forward. That's all he does. And the death dog. He he runs forward, dashing. He goes a full 80 feet. And the Darrow that was with him, he runs forward and he takes a shot at Fingers, and he missed. He rolled a 5. And then Ballista runs forward and Eldith runs forward. So basically, they're all in line with Cliff and Fingers. Now it's the Darrow's turn. They run forward. Four Darrow run forward. I'm sorry. Yeah, four Darrow run forward, and they're in melee range now of the group that ran forward. So now it's the Quasits. Uh, two of the flying ones. One of them is pointing at Ms. Lindra and casting Scare again. So Ms. Lindra, roll a Wisdom DC. Okay, that one's safe. And the other one is going to the other one is going to put Scare on Cliff. Cliff, roll your Wisdom saving throw. What did you get? Okay, so the two scares didn't work, and so that's the third one for the day. And then one of the Quasits is already dead. All right, now it's Fingers, your turn again, and you have four Darrow right up on you. Oh yeah, because you're on hold. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you were on hold, so go ahead. Go ahead and attack, and we'll finish the round right there. Roll your strength. Okay, so you grab him. You're strangling him in the chokehold. So now it's Fingers' turn. #12 misses. 18 hits. Okay. All right. And now it's Gulamunga's turn, and she runs into melee distance, and she's going to attack uh, Cliff. So the big two-headed nasty thing is going to attack Cliff. And she rolls a dwarf in a dwarf city. uh, okay, so that's a 25. Does that hit you? Well, I don't know what the guys' AC are. I know somebody's got like a 20 AC or something. Okay. All right, so with the battle axe that she hit you with, you take 8 plus 5. That is what 13, and then the second hit with the club. I'm sorry, it's a Morning Star. That's a 18. Does that hit? Okay. So did nobody healed him, did they? 6, 14. Yeah, you guys had time. You guys had time. 14 plus 5, that's 19. So, so the first one was 8 points of damage, and then the second one was 19 points of damage. All right. So is he? He's hurt bad. Okay. All right. Leonardo, it's your turn. Nobody's gonna heal Cliff. Yeah, you could get to him. The two-headed Etten. Yeah, you. Well, what do you want to do? Well, what do you want to do? Okay. So he's gonna attack the Etten. Go ahead and roll. Roll it. Roll the attack. 16. That hits. Okay. All right. And then what is Leonardo gonna do? So you're not gonna heal Cliff then? All right. So you don't. Okay. Go ahead. You roll your magic stone. That hits. That hits. Okay. All right. Now it's Cliff's turn. You let go of him, and basically that puts him between you and the Etten. So that can, if you're gonna run back, you can disengage. Okay. And actually, do you have any healing potions or anything that you can use? None. Okay. Oh, we lost guy. Okay, guys, we're back. All right. So Stool, the Myconid Stool, he runs forward and he's going to attack the Etten, and he missed. The Death Dog runs forward and he makes it into melee range to you guys, but he's not going to attack because he just made it over there. Ballista is going to engage the Etten. So, let's see, page 188. Okay. Okay. All right, so this is what happens. Ballista runs up and starts. Uh, he tries to like grab the Etten, push him behind, to give him distance from fingers, and he starts punching him and stomping him with his feet and his hands, and he does actually 49 points of damage. And the Etten, he kind of like turns when he gets clocked. You know, like on WrestleMania when the wrestlers like get stunned, they just turn around and then start kind of stumbling, dazed. That happens to the Etten. So its back is actually to you guys now because it just Ballista just tore it apart, and Eldith runs forward to try to attack the Etten, and she hits, and she does 3, 5. Yeah, she hits the Etten with the warhammer in its ribs, and and then now the Darrow, one of the Darrow is attacking. Actually, the Darrow that you were choking, Cliff, he turns around and he tries to hook your foot. Does 20? No, not 20. That was a 9 plus 2. Does 11 hit? Okay. And then Eldith gets attacked by. Ooh, that one hit her. Yeah, yeah, she was already wounded earlier too, and she didn't get healed. 1d. She takes 6 points of damage, and she's hurt, and she's like down on one knee. She's hurt pretty bad. And another Darrow is going to attack Fingers, because Fingers was up there. Does a 12? Does a 12 hit you? Okay. And then the other Darrow is going to attack. The other Darrow is going to attack Eldith, but that one missed. And now it's Fingers' turn. Okay. Ooh, that hits right on the dot. Okay. Count them as separate damage. Don't count them at the same. All right. Okay, so that one was already hit earlier, and that one is dead. And then your second attack hits another. So which one does that one hit? The far one that released the dog? Oh, that one? That one's that. Oh, okay. So then the okay. All right. So the one that was grappled by Cliff. Go ahead. Okay. 7. Now it's Ms. Lindra's turn. Your sword is still up on the platform. Your spectral sword. That's what you used, right? Okay, yeah, your spectral sword is still on the platform. It's near the priest that's still doing the chant. Okay, go for it. I believe that hits. Oh no, that sucked. Yeah, I believe that hits. Yep, it does. Okay. Yeah, it's just basically 10 feet away from you. It's getting there. He's very probably. Or you can heal Cliff because Cliff's pretty messed up, right? And so is Eldith. Eldith's pretty messed up. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, if it had 100 hit points, it looks like it's probably got 10. All right, so the Drider moves forward with the mace. It's a mace, right? Well, what'd you roll? One. Well, do you want to use your inspiration point? Okay, it's an automatic hit. So automatic hit. Well, actually, didn't I say inspiration points? If you use it, it's an automatic crit. Did I say that? Okay, so then yeah. Okay, so it's an automatic crit. Okay, and describe how you kill it. You killed Gorilla Manga. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Got it. Okay. Yep. So that was the yeah, they made this engagement pretty tough because there's 5 Darrow, there's a Darrow Savant, a Death Dog, and the Etten, plus the 3 Quasits. So yes. Okay. That hits. Okay. Yeah, the Death Dog was already hit before. Right? Didn't Fingers hit him? Yeah. Okay. So well, he's not casting a spell. He's just casting a ritual. So it's but yeah, pretty much the sword attacking him. It disturbed his yeah, it disturbed his chanting. And yeah, yeah. All right, and that was Ms. Lindra's turn, and Grullamunga's dead. Now it's Narek's turn. Let me see. Okay, he's going to cast Eldritch Blast on the sword. Oh, so he rolled a 3. But Eldritch Blast is 2 blasts, right? So what does that mean? What level does that need? Oh, okay, then yeah. Okay. So he shoots a second one, and that one is a 15. Does that hit? Does that hit the sword? The spectral sword? Oh, you can't? Oh. Well, that's what he did. He tried to do that. So his ray just goes through the sword. Okay. Well, he doesn't know that. So that was his action, and then he moves into a shadow. And when he moves into his shadow, uh, you guys lose sight of him. Okay, now it's Cliff's turn. You still have 3 Darrow. Oh, 2 Darrow is near you. There's 1 Darrow on the far side, and the Death Dog. Or you can yell at Fingers to give you the Javelin of Lightning and throw the Lightning Javelin. and and that is. Go ahead. When it's Leonardo's turn, he could heal you. Okay. Okay. So Leonardo, it's your turn. Okay. And Stool is attacking Adaro. Oh wait, do you want your Steel Defender to do anything? Okay, go ahead. There's one that's already injured in front of Fingers. That hits. Mhm. And you attacked the one that was attacking Fingers, right? Okay, that one's dead. Describe how it dies. Okay. All right. Now, all right. No. Okay. The Death Dog. Stool attacked, but he missed. Now it's the Death Dog. Yeah, the Death Dog is going to attack Fingers because Fingers was hitting it and barking orders at it. 18. Does 18 hit you? Okay. And you take 5 points of damage. Oh, it gets two bite. That's one attack. It does two bites because it's two heads. And the second one does 12 hit you. Okay. All right. So now it's Ballista's turn, and so he walks up to the two remaining Darrow that's on the floor, and basically he grabs each one by their heads and he squeezes down with his metal fist and squashes their heads as they cave in, and those two guys collapse and die. And then the quasits they turn invisible, and you hear them. You hear them fluttering as they pass through down the corridor. And now the only visible enemy is the one Darrow that's by the Death Dog cage, but he's running, and he's running towards the opposite side of the room. And when he runs there, you hear a mushroom, like a large, a large, distinct mushroom, and it starts making a loud shriek like a whistle of an attack, of an alarm. And it's whistling because he ran by there, and he flees down the corridor, and he leaves the the room. The Darrow Savant, you're not sure if he's still around or not, but he went into a shadow, and he just you lost sight of him. Yep. And it's Finger's turn. No, 9 doesn't hit. Yes. Okay. When you do that, one of its heads uh dies. So like you hit it, and then its head goes limp. And now it's Ms. Lindra's turn. Yeah. Uh, try disadvantage. Okay, that misses. Would you roll? Okay, that one hits. Okay, and pretty much. Okay, so like that one when you hit it, that was with the hammer, right? uh, so it's you hit its face and it like sweeps to the side, and its eyes uh starts spinning in circles, kind of, but it's still up. And Cliff, you gonna kill the dog? Okay. He's grappling, right? So it's a strength check. Okay. Well, he got a 6. So go ahead. You grab the dog and you're pinning him to the ground, choking him. And all right, Leonardo, what are you doing? Okay. Oh, nice. So she's looking pretty healthy now. Okay. All right. Now, uh, Stool, the Mechanid, he comes up to the dog while it's grappled, and he basically starts slashing it at its stomach, and he hits it, and yeah, pretty much. And when he slices it, because he's got those claws growing out of his mushrooms now, since he grew out of his hands, since he had a growth spurt. Uh, he claws the stomach, and then you see like the entrails and the intestines start coming out of its stomach, and the dog, its final breath, it leaves its lungs, and Cliff can feel it. It yeah, Cliff can feel the last of its air going out of its lungs, and its heart stops. All right, now. Okay. All right. So now now that now that the battle finished, the shrieker, it's still screaming, and it's screaming really loud. It's on the other side of the room at another patch. You're gonna shoot at it with your crossbow, short bow. Okay. So after a few arrows, it stops. It stops screeching. You just dispatch that thing. Yeah. Now you can hear. All right. And so say that again, Frank. She's doing good. Yeah, but with the closets. Do you want to investigate the ritual site? All right. So what do you guys want to do? Okay. Who's going to check out the site? Okay. Well, as you who's looking at it? Is it Leonardo? Okay. So, all right, you see this there's a the statue that was on the center of the ritual site. There's a there's also another similar statue that's kind of like um fallen on the floor with it's got two heads on it also, but that's off to the edge near the wall. You see like a crate, two crates on the side. And roll your arcana. Okay. All right. So the ritual site, you can tell that this is what they were doing uh for that caused the second head to grow on the other giant. And you excuse me? Say that again? Yeah, with your Arcana check, you realize that if you remove the head from the statues, it may fix the problem and remove the curse. So you have one statue that's on the floor, off to the side, that's kind of like fallen down, and then you have one in the center of the ring, center of the ritual site. Um, what do you want to talk to him about? What do you want to say? He says, "I'm not." He says, "I'm not touching that thing. I don't know about this type of magic." He goes, "Oh, they're probably around 2 feet tall, and they weigh about 100 pounds from the looks of it." Ballista says, "I'm not touching any of that sorcery. If you want to break off its head, you go ahead. But using your arcana, you know that breaking off the head is going to fix the curse." He's got an axe. I the statue. Um, yeah, it's a type of stone, maybe a clay that was molded. Wait, which one? Is it the one that's already on? Is it the one that's already on the floor that's fallen, or the one on the ritual site? But which one is first? Wait, wait. Are you going to the ritual site? Okay, okay. I just need to know. Yeah, I need to know which one who's going to the ritual site and who's not going to the ritual site. The one that fell over is not on the ritual site. But if Cliff is going to go to the one on the ritual site, I need to know. I just need to know that's what's happening. Okay, so then okay, so now Cliff, as soon as you step on the ritual site, roll a madness check, moderate. Oh, sorry. Roll a madness check, charisma or wisdom. Sorry. What did he roll? 17. Okay, he succeeded. So when you step on the ritual site, the like a glowing ripple effect starts happening, and you approach the statue, and what do you do to the statue? Okay. Okay. All right. And can you read? I'm sure you can. You can read Dwarvish. So on the back of that statue, you see that it says Dorhun. Dorhun's name is scribed on the back of that statue. And Dorhun is the giant that you guys spoke to when you ran into the two-headed giant. He was he's the two the he's the one that the same giant that helped the two-headed giant. So you removed the head from that statue, and all right, you're gonna yeah. There's two heads. All right, he's coming in broken. Okay, yeah, the one is deformed. Okay, all right, and then are you going to keep it and put it in your bag? Okay. Well, if you do that, you're thinking that maybe you can show this as like proof to the stone giants that something is going on with them for the it's not just a claim, but it's actual proof. And then the other statue, Leonardo, you're going to the other one that was already laying down on the floor. Okay, so that one has the name Rahud on there. So that one is completely formed. That statue has the name Rahud on its back, and that's the two-headed giant that you guys did take down. That was his name. So you're gonna break off his head. Okay. All right, and you successfully break off the head, and if you want to, you can destroy those statues so that they don't use them again. If you want to do that. What is what? Who? Oh, you think it's okay? You think it's okay to destroy the statues, but you want to show them the broken heads at least just to show them proof of what was happening because they are deformed heads. The statue, the head. Okay. All right. And then also on the side, there's two crates. You guys want to check out the crates? All right. So one of the crates is an iron chest, and it's locked. If you guys want to try to unlock it, you can, but you don't have the key, and you'll have to break it open. You have inspiration if you want to use your inspiration. Yeah, it is a small leather bag containing 45 gold and 15 silver pieces. And there is also a potion. It's called Kotom's Ointment. And what Kotom's Ointment does is, let me find it real quick. It's a glass jar, 3 inches in diameter, and it contains 1d4 doses of a thick mixture uh, that smells faintly of aloe. And if applied to skin or swallowed, the creature regains 2d8 plus 2 hit points, and it ceases to be poisoned and cured of any disease. So 1d4 plus 1 doses. It has 4 doses. No, 5 doses. I just rolled a 4. So yeah, it's got 5 doses. And then in the crate next to it, you find a couple of books. And if you start looking at it, you can't really decipher it right now. You actually got to take time to see what it's actually talking about. But you see pictures in there of of like grafting a head or kind of like a head growing, but it's in Dwarvish. It's in Dwarvish. And as you skim through one of the books, yeah, as you skim through one of the books, there are 2 scrolls in there. One scroll has a list of 6 stone giant names, including Rahud and Dorhun. And a second scroll it reads from Droki, and it says, Narok needs more scrolls. Stone Speaker Hogrum has traps, traps, traps. But Droki is wily too and very small. I can hear talk, and in the talk, they say names, and I hear the names and write names and give you names, so you give me time. But you give me more scrolls, magic-y, spelly scrolls. Signed, Droki. Alright. On the platform. Stone. So it's like a terrace, a second terrace that's 5 feet above the regular floor. Yeah, it's all solid. There you go. Just like that. Just like that, it happens. And when it happens, the rippling effect happens when you walk in. You know, like the kind of like the rippling energy field that happens as soon as you walk in. But roll a madness saving throw. Charisma or wisdom. Well, you already used your inspiration. Okay. So, is this your first level of madness? Okay, roll you, okay. So then this is level 2 madness then. You want me to roll it or do you want to roll it? Cuz level 1 is temporary by minutes. Level 2 is by days and level 3 is indefinite or definite. So, roll a okay. You don't want to roll your own madness? Okay. The character suffers extreme paranoia. The character has disadvantage on wisdom and charisma checks. Or uh 18 hours. All right. So you as you go inside the thing, you have you start suffering from this paranoia, and uh, and then you start doing your ritual to destroy the ritual site. And it's just like you said, when you pummel your thing into the ground, the ground shatters, and a blue glow explodes centered off of you and destroys the whole ritual site. And and when that happens, uh, the blast wave, it shakes everybody, kind of like knocks them off their feet. So everybody roll a dexterity check. Okay, so you guys get fine, but the one Darrow that was hiding in the shadow, he gets knocked and uh he falls to the ground and he gets displaced from the shadow. So he's still there. All right. Well, you what's his name? What's his name? James is doing Magic Stone. So go ahead. 16 hits. Oh, and he was already hurt earlier for like 22. So let me see what this is at now. Okay. 22 plus 12. Okay, you hit him and he's screaming in pain and he's shouting threats, talking about he's going to he's shouting threats, talking about uh causing chaos into the city, and he's going to curse everyone in the name of Demogorgon. And you grab him, you choke him, or what? Okay, all right. All right. Guy, guy, you know him as Narek. He's a junior council of savants, and well, yeah, kind of. So, you know who he is, but you didn't know what he was doing. So you're stacking this as evidence, going in addition to what you found with the Bapito's journal, talking about what no no Bapito's journal, where he was talking about doing experiments with the undead to take over the Underdark and the surface world. So that's two members of the Council of Savants that are doing. Um, yes, yes. Um, Ballista, he says, if you guys need to rest, I'm willing to stay and stand watch. Uh, when you say that, he kind of like cocks both his arms, and a couple, a couple, a couple blow torches go off. So he's got blow torches. Yeah. All right. We're gonna take a short break, and you guys want to take a 8 hour rest or a short rest? What do you guys want to do? Okay. Let me use the bathroom, and we'll take a 5 minute break, and then we'll come back. All right. It's fine. No, we've done a lot already, and this is a good spot. So, let me see. Okay. Yeah. Well, if it's a long rest, also, don't they get full hit points at the end of the rest? Okay. But for now, you're okay. All right. Okay. So, during the rest, a patrol comes in from we're gonna stop it here, but I'm gonna stop it with a patrol coming in, a Dwarger patrol, and they say that they came in from one of the abandoned houses of the dock district where smoke was coming out of. So the smoke from the poison area, it attracted a squad. So now you have a Dwarger patrol with you of 6, and if yeah, they're the Stone Guard, and what will continue is they could take Narek as prisoner while you guys clear out the rest of the tunnels next week if you guys want to clear out the rest of the tunnels. But there is still the task of the hand, and okay. Okay. What's it called? Well, we'll say that what's his name? The Darrow Savant, the Narek. He just keeps babbling about vengeance and uh Demogorgon. He's a servant of Demogorgon, so that's his master. Well, you do sense that he does have a madness going about him also, and since you went into that ritual circle, you're pretty certain he's got at least a severe case of madness. Let me write this down. I'm gonna write this down. No, you don't. You don't get cured of the level 3 madness. Okay. Um, for that one, yes. It doesn't take effect on you because you're level 3 madness. That needs something. Yeah. I still need to learn more about it. It's yeah. All right. So we're gonna end it there. Cave 12. That's where you're at. It's cleared, and there's 6 Dwarger Patrol Stone Guards to take Narek as prisoner, and you guys are taking your long rest. Yeah. You barely lived. Yeah. Okay. We'll use we'll use we'll use a hit die. That way it's like hard rules. Just all right. All right. All right. Good night.